like how you
Hello.
always remind us that we're live because it's just like, hey, stop talking
Quit
about
fucking
those
around.
things.
It's
Stop fucking
go time
around.
to
It's time to get professional. It's time to get serious.
game
And by
face.
serious, not serious.
Yep.
Yep.
And we're
Ooh,
live.
ooh, I had the alert come up on my phone. I guess I'm subscribed to us.
Oh, fun.
Good. I'm glad you're subscribed to us. I was
Yay.
hoping so it's a little bit, it takes a little bit longer to go live than just hit the button. I have to like log in and all that stuff into
Right.
our into the Cardslingers feed. But I was really hoping to catch the little singing stuff we were doing just before all
I
this.
can do it again as long as we don't get
We're
sued.
not afraid. We might get sued.
We're not
Oh.
afraid.
We
Oh,
are
1,
not
2, 3,
sued.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
7, 8,
10,
9, 10,
11,
11,
12.
12. Do, 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 do,
Do,
do, do, do, do, do, do.
Well, and the whole point of this was that someone needs to take certain number of medicine that falls within that range. And Hilary was like, I am not, you can't just stop at 11. But I was trying to stop
No.
at 6 because we're on to the sixes. So I said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh,
6.
oh,
No,
and then
oh
you just
God.
left it there,
No,
sitting there
no, I
like a lump.
can't. I can't leave it there. I can't. I have to complete 11, 12. I have to. It must. It must be
Wow.
done.
We were taught
What?
well.
No, it doesn't.
Television taught us well, man.
Yes.
Heck
Was that
yeah.
the electric company or Sesame Street?
I think it was
I
Sesame Street.
think it was Sesame Street because it was the
Okay.
Pointer Sisters who sang that. So yeah.
I didn't know
Just
that. Right on.
visualizing. I'm visualizing the pinball right now.
Yep.
Wow. I love it.
Anyway.
So yeah. Hi everybody.
So,
How's it going?
hi.
I don't know
Welcome
who
to
is. Yep.
the podcast of the Cardslingers Coast to Coast, which
Yep.
is now the show.
The video cast, the video show of us doing weird shit because we can. Ah, and
Fred.
Sorry, I'm
yeah.
getting my little round up here.
So yeah, today we are
today-
on to the sixes.
Onto the sixes, onto celebration, which in some ways feels really weird right now. But we're going to take our celebrations in small bits where we can find them in the middle of all of this chaos. So we're on to the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands, oftentimes in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck anyway, is a guy on a fancy horse surrounded by a bunch of people. And he's got a crown of laurels on either on him or on the wand that he's holding. It depends on the deck. And the laurels represent a victor. So this man has gone and done something, and he's being greeted and celebrated for that something. So this
gone
card
and
is
done
about, he went and did the thing.
Yep.
You know, and I am so proud of anybody these days who is doing things. If you've done a thing, that's amazing.
We want to
Because
know. We
you're
want to
able
know.
yeah, we want to know what things you've been doing because it's really difficult right now to do things. And it's even more difficult to feel proud about those things because we're constantly thinking about what's going on outside of our lives right now, which is a lot. So
Exactly.
I think this card is even more important. There's the fancy horse.
There's the fancy horse.
He's got his neck, he's like prancing.
Yep.
And most, like, you can tell a lot from the tarot by what the horses are doing. And this one is feeling good. Like, you know, the King of Pentacles or the Knight of Pentacles is just sitting there, like all four hoofs on the ground, boring as fuck. But this guy, look at him, he's dancing.
Yep.
Yeah, he's kind of got a a jaunty kind of like look about him. Yes, that's true.
It's like it's dressage almost in a way, horse dancing.
Fancy. Yeah.
I know. Look at me busting out Stephen Colbert's favorite, summer Olympic thing, dressage.
I like Snoop Dogg. Look at it. That horse is.
Oh my God, that was amazing.
He's sea walking.
He was so Snoop Dogg is terrified of horses.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's terrified of horses. So to have him go around that, heck, that's a Six of Wands moment right there to go and up and meet your fear. Yeah. Right.
I did not know that. And also, I guess I have to look for that video of
Snoop
Dog's
so funny
commentary of horse dancing. What's
It is
the
funniest.
terminology again?
Dressage.
Dressage.
Dress. Age.
Okay.
Dressage. I think it's Dressage. I could be wrong,
AGE.
but you
Yeah.
know, it's not a true English word. I know that much. I
It's
think
French.
it's French. It's
It's
French.
France.
It's
Yeah.
French. So, but yeah, today we're celebrating things, kids. You know, Snoop Dogg and his horse fear. We were celebrating a lot of stuff. I got up this morning and I ran, which was better than yesterday when I
I got
didn't.
up this morning and looked at my clock and went, what time do we do podcasts again? How much
Consummate
time do I have here?
professionals.
Yeah.
Consummate beast.
Consummate.
Yeah. I got up, I ran, I came back, I made a protein shake. Yeah, you know, we're doing it. Just we got somebody in here. Oh, hey, look at that! It's our
dressage.
Folks. So it's Amber Highland, my co-host at my other show, the Jamboree.
Hi, Amber.
Popping in.
Hi, Amber.
Consummate professionals over here, Amber, as you know. Saluting
Love
both
it.
hands.
Yes,
But,
I am monitoring the chat as well. I've got the Zoom here and I've got the chat here.
Ooh,
So
double
I'm just
windowing it, so to
talent.
speak.
trying to.
Yeah, we know you're just a talent. Always
Yeah.
the talent, never the bridesmaid. I mean, never the, I don't know.
Never the bridesmaid, always the bride. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
Gotcha.
Got it. But yeah, so we're talking about the RWS, the imagery. We were talking about Snoop Dogg and his fear. And we all have cards. I will say that usually I'm the first one that tends to get the cards picked, but I forgot we were doing the sixes. I was thought, oh, we're going to do the five. So I had my five of wands out again. Oops. But
That's
no,
okay.
I've got my sixes. So yeah, life happens, everybody.
Yeah.
Celebrate what you've got. Celebrate the good moments. Celebrate the bad moments. Yeah. Just,
yeah, she's just
there and
sitting
be
there
pretty.
and being pretty. Yeah. Yeah.
That's our Melissa. It's our list.
So what so Jaymi, did you pick a card? I actually did my homework. I'm just like, oh, we're on YouTube now. I need to do my homework.
Right?
Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what
We're
it
like
is
in
about.
the back, like furtively shuffling through a deck when it was just audio.
Uh-huh. Well, you know, for me, yeah, that's what we would do. Or you know, I would pick it like a day before, and everybody's like, "Look at you, Jaymi, look at you being all Leo and bullshit." You know, no, I picked two because I had to buy. Because okay, so I'm cheating in a way. Again, I'm going back to two.
Show off. Okay.
Yep, showing off because oh god damn it, where's the box? Because I had to buy another copy of my Triple Goddess Tarot because I tend to give the paper versions away, and our friend Jaymi Sawyer made me a Triple Goddess tile set. But
oh my God.
for video, you know, having something bigger, you know, is always better.
Bigger is better in this instance. You know, we're not size queens necessarily, but go on.
So yeah, I almost forgot that I even designed, you know, a lot of these images. So this is my 6 of Wands card, which is very different than the Rider Waite, where we've got the guy and the horse. But I think what I decided to do here was the idea of a mother and 2 kids, because you know, it's growth. There is growth opportunity. There's celebration in, you know, literally having kids, right, Melissa? Maybe not, you know, maybe not the first couple of years, but, you know, yeah, these kids are growing. They're having fun. They're playing.
I loved every stage of being a mom. I still love being a mom. My kids are 20. It's always going to be 22 on Sunday. And every single phase of life with them was a different kind of joy. Yeah, it was wonderful. I love being a mom.
So yeah, there's a celebration and you know, that legacy of having kids, of that, like you said, the joy, the idea of, you know, maybe this came from the fact that I wasn't celebrated as a kid, you know, as much as like this mom
your inner
was.
child.
Yeah, so this is for me celebrating my inner child, letting her come out and play again and be the awesome person that, you know, made me to what I am today.
Yeah.
But I also wanted to do something, you know, else, because as listeners of the audio version in the past have known, sometimes I'll compare and contrast, you know, my deck with something else, or obviously with my life. So I went back to my favorite, the Creatures Tarot, and it's kind of weird how similar this is, though. I was hoping it'd be a little different. Get my finger out of the actual picture here, but if you look at it, I mean, yes, we have a hill, and a lot of times you'll see a hill in the Seven of Wands card, but here we've got somebody, on top, and it's almost like the critter is tending to the corvid or the crows or the blackbirds, whatever you want to call these little guys in the
Yeah.
bottom. But it's almost like they
Yeah.
are, I am celebrating you. Maybe I'm feeding you. But I love the balance of like the three different, candles on either side. So we've got the nice symmetry of a figure on top that's kind of like leading with the
Yeah.
laurels. So we do have a little bit of that idea of the laurels of,
Right.
I have triumph over something, and maybe it's, but this is the bird army to go overtake something.
Yeah.
But
They're
it's,
king of the mountain.
yeah.
Super cute. Oh my
So
That's
I
God.
really, yeah.
I
I
do
just
love that deck.
now in second printing, and the link will be below in our show notes. It is available. It does come from the UK. That's the only bummer. But I love the artist slash author, Sarah Kathleen. I buy all of her decks because I love her art. I'm a big fan of
So
Sarah
cool.
Kathleen.
That's great.
So Hilary, what did you do?
Yeah, Hilary. What did you do?
Yeah.
Well, okay, I feel a little ganged up on. All right. Hold on. So my favorite Six of Wands is from the Wild Unknown, and this is the good part about being a tarot reader is sometimes you get a lot of decks, and the bad part about being a tarot reader is sometimes you have a lot of decks, and then you can't find those decks, especially when you really want to find that deck. So
Mhm.
it's around here somewhere, but so I pulled up the image on my phone, but this is the Six of Wands from the Wild Unknown, and it's got the butterfly. It looks almost like I'm not sure if it's like a butterfly or a Luna moth. It more looks like a blue monarch than anything else. Rising above like these sticks, these wands. And to me, it is that kind of like Six of Wands energy of like leadership and victory and like kind of like a rising above energy,
Yeah.
like rising above like
Yeah.
and triumphing rather than like being astride a horse. Like I feel like this is more of a modern and natural interpretation, and that I think a lot of people really like the Wild Unknown because there's no humans in that deck. It's
Mhm.
just animals and nature.
Yeah.
So a lot of people really like it. Wild Unknown to me is kind of like a love it or hate it. There are people that are like really big fans of the deck, and then there are people that are just like, nope, don't connect to it. And there's like never really, I've never seen
And
like
in
a
between.
mediocre and in
Yeah.
between reaction to it.
See, here's my problem. I think I am the in between because I love the art, can't read with it.
Yeah. I mean,
You know?
I do understand that. And if people are looking for like a nature deck that really does correspond with the tarot, I would recommend the Meraki Tarot.
Mhm.
I think that one, I think it succeeds in doing what the Wild Unknown, I guess, tried to do, and in some cases
Oh.
doesn't
Mhm.
have like a match to the tarot itself,
Yeah.
like the tarot cards. It's a really hard, like, listen, no offense to the Wild Unknown. I mean, I happen to love that deck. But there is sometimes a mismatch where just like all 78 cards don't really match up necessarily to what I think the tarot card should be. So, ooh, you heard it here first, very controversial. So, but I really like their it is my favorite Six of Wands because it just
Freedom.
has this sense of like rising above and flying and yeah, freedom as well.
Yeah.
And the freedom that success can bring. I
Yeah.
see all of that in that imagery.
I
So,
like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
what
Agreed.
about you,
And I
Melissa?
think, well, I think you're dead ass wrong about the Wild Unknown.
Oh
I
boy,
find
it's
that it's
spicy.
very, very well aligned with the Rider-Waite Smith because in the vibe, because that one is succeeding being out of those briars.
See up
Dang.
like my creatures,
Listen,
We
I'm
will
not
go through
saying
the entire
I'm
deck
I'm not saying that the Six of Wands is a mismatch. I think the Six of Wands is a very good match to the vibe, but I'm just saying not every card. Oh, this is gonna be like a Cardslingers After Dark episode.
I was
Oh
gonna
my
say,
God, we have to. We're gonna pick up every card and I'm gonna be like, boom.
And this is why you're wrong, Hilary.
are we gonna have to do like a deck study, I guess, after we've
Yeah.
gone through all the cards, and the Wild Unknown's gonna be first, and I'm gonna be like, I don't get this because I can read the booklet and I understand it, but I don't understand it, as I'm trying to read with it.
Does not compute.
Look at the Fool. Like there's a little baby chick on a branch, like an inch off the ground, and it has to be so brave to jump down.
I agree with
right?
I agree with that
well, that's
particular
two.
match.
Let's
Okay,
look
that
at-
no. This is not the episode for that. We're talking about the Six of Wands. Focus.
Fine. Fine. I have this deck. This is a sleeper deck on me. I can't get rid of it. The Sacred Sisterhood. It's really good.
Ooh.
It's Red Wheel Wiser.
Mhm.
I'm like cycling through my cards right now and bringing a bunch downstairs that I'm not going to use for a while. I can't put this one down. It's too good. And the card in it is this lovely ballerina. Can you see her?
Yeah,
Wait, that's a tremor hand. Here we go. Nope, that one tremors too. Fuck. Anyway,
we can see
there's
her.
a story. You can see that she's on point if I move my fucking finger.
Yep, on point.
And there's a celebration there because it's incredibly difficult to do. And I remember my Aunt Beverly was a ballerina and she quit because somebody told her, when your toes start bleeding, you'll need to do this. Not if, not they
When.
might,
Yeah,
but when your toes start bleeding, you will need to pack them. And I was like, ugh. But some people
I've done point only once, and it's fucking hard. Pardon my French.
Really, that's not French. It's really fucking hard. It's quite fucking hard. And I'm impressed that you did it the once. That's pretty impressive. But in order, like, you can be a ballerina without being a point ballerina. You can.
Yeah.
But this is like the end all be all. Congratulations, you fucking done it. You've worked your butt off. Like, that's what she's saying right now.
What I love about that image is she's got the laurel in one hand, which could throw her balance off. So this is point with extra, weight object.
Yeah.
Notice notice the hands. The hands are the hands and the arms, the placement of the hands and the arms are helping her to keep on point and to keep balanced. So that's really cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Crap.
And it just makes me think about, you need this deck now?
No, I don't. No.
You should
Maybe.
get it. It's really good.
Maybe.
I mean, the Ace of Cups is a diva cup. Like, it's pretty feminist. It's a pretty great deck. But yeah, there's something about like an athlete at the top of their game, or like an author finishing a book, or, a tarot reader really nailing it, making the person cry. Wow, what kind of a great feeling is that? I love making people cry because that means that you've resonated, that something that you said mattered to that person. And there's a pinnacle for every job, I imagine, like coming out with a balanced spreadsheet or whatever it is. But you can find these little moments of celebration sprinkled throughout your day. And I think that that's one of the things that's going to get us through this, because this is not a sprint. This is a marathon. This is not going away anytime soon. And we're going to have to deal with the repercussions of it for fucking ever. Or at least it's going to seem like forever. So what we need to do in the meantime, in the middle of our life marathons, is to find moments of celebration and find moments to give ourselves a pat on the back and tell ourselves, good job. We're doing great. Sometimes that might be for getting out of bed. You might be a Six of Wands moment when you get out of bed, and that's perfect.
Exactly.
Celebrate that.
Mine
it's
was
hard for me to take a shower.
Yeah.
So like, if I take a shower,
taking your meds, taking your shower, not taking a sad nap. Cause, for me, that's like, I can nap now but like a couple of years ago when I quit my job of 16 years and I like struck out and, you know, wanted to do tarot
Mhm.
reading full time, I was really depressed. Like my husband and I have been talking a lot about that time lately. And he was just like, yeah, like that was like, I was just like, you know, you remember when I was like sleeping in and I wasn't doing anything and I wasn't contributing to the household and I wasn't doing the dishes and, you know, I know you thought it was laziness, but it was like, that was depression. Like, that's
Yeah.
what my
Yeah.
depression looked like. And he was just like, I know that now. I
Yeah.
realize that now.
Yeah.
But so now I can take a nap without it being a sad nap. But that was one of the instructions I gave him was like, you are not allowed to let me nap because that's a sign that like I'm avoiding. That's a sign that I'm depressed. Like, it's just like
Yeah.
no sad napping. Like I need to get my ass in gear. And I wanted to circle back to what you were saying about the ballerina being on points and the like, not if, when, like at the pinnacle of our success or our journey towards the pinnacle of our success, there's always going to be a when, not if. There's always going to
Mhm.
be
Yeah.
a shit sandwich that you have to eat. And your choice, like this is not a phrase that I came up with. I read it somewhere, but it's just like
No,
your
I've heard it.
choice is eating the shit sandwich, but it being willing to like is the pinnacle of your career or whatever it is you're trying to do. It doesn't have to be career, by the way.
Right.
Is it worth eating that shit sandwich? Is it worth when the bleeding starts to happen when you're doing the
Yeah.
on point? You know, it's just like having that guidance of when, not if. I think it's so important to remember that because otherwise you do not get to the pinnacle. You
Mhm.
stop before it happens and you get frustrated before it happens. So knowing what it is and when it's going to happen, when, not if, is so important to be able to actually ascending to those heights, having that success, having that, you know, hail the conquering hero
Mhm.
energy of the
Right.
Six
Yeah.
of Wands. So thank
Well,
you for
and
mentioning that because like I didn't
Yeah.
consider that in this version of it or
yeah,
even the other version of it, but now I considering it with the ballerina on point.
mhm. But if you look at all the other cards that lead up to this six, especially, you know, like if you go from the ace, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you see all the ups and
5.
downs. Yeah, the ups and downs that that person or the ballerina, you know, if it goes back and shows the beginning ballerina got to that point. Like I know that we're talking about like, you know, you gotta eat a shit sandwich. However, I'm going through, it's not a shit sandwich for me. I'm gonna say it, I'm going through a divorce. And to me, that's not a shit sandwich. But it is a marathon. It's a long thing and it's
Yep.
hard and it's tough as hell. And I do have to celebrate all the small steps, like from waking up in the morning and going to the gym. I've been doing that almost every day
That's
since
amazing.
November because that is now part of my, you know, the long game of my mentalness.
Yeah.
I have entered the job world. I'm trying to, you know, get a good paying job.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of other stuff that needs to be worked out and all that. But yeah, you know, you know, we can talk about like the world being the shit sandwich, you know, these bigger
Yeah.
things in the life being the stuff that we don't have control over, you know, that's the shit sandwich, you know, that we find the little joys, like maybe going outside, or maybe like yesterday, I saw coyote 3 times in a row, like throughout the day outside my window, which tells me, A, it's cold out there, but B, you know, coyote's a joy for me. But, you
Yeah.
know, in our lives, when you're going through something, you know, as big and monumental as me, or, you know, smaller, you know, or depression, it can be mental, it can be non-mental, you know, whatever, you know, you are amazing and you are, you know, overcoming those challenges that, you know, the fives had brought, you know, the chaotic energy that, you know, table flips, so to speak, that those fives brought. And you are making a stand, you know, I mean, maybe this card is I'm making a stand and all these birds are the distraction, you know, the fives and this, you know, the critter is like, no, I am not going to fade into the, you know, into existence. I'm going to make my stand and hold it. And,
I'm
you
the king of the
know,
hill.
yeah.
Yep. I
So
think
yeah.
I think that it's really important to be kind with the with the definition of victory.
Mhm.
I think that that's super important. As I said, getting out of bed is a victory sometimes. And also, this guy reminds me very much of the magician card because there's a lot of practice that goes into being a magician. You don't just wake up one day and you're like, haha, I can now pull a rabbit out of this hat, right? And our magician in the tarot is similar. He had to practice to learn that shit. He had to practice it over and over and over and over. And then when he gets on stage, it looks effortless. You know, that's the level of commitment that success needs sometimes. So if you want to put yourself to a task, every single time you achieve something that builds up to that task is a celebration because it leads you to close to perfection in whatever skill you're learning.
Right.
And I think that that needs to be celebrated. Like I wrote 320 fucking words yesterday. That's not a lot
Yay!
in the grand scheme of things, but it's a lot further than I was the day before. And today, if
Exactly.
It's
I
not
wrote another,
zero.
it wasn't
It's not
zero, it's
zero.
not nothing. So, you know, whatever goal, whatever your end game is, or whatever your big goal is, the little tiny steps that get you there are also celebratory.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
And so, and remembering to do that too. Because especially alongside success, a lot of people, when I give a reading and I see the Six of Wands come up, obviously this is going to be a general interpretation. And every reading is different. And I try to read every card new and fresh every single time. But when I see the Six of Wands, I'm just like, what does success mean to you? And are you celebrating those moments, especially the steps toward it? Because if you're not, success is going to feel exactly the same way as failure, or exactly the same way as your middle or your 3/4 of the way. And that's not great, because then why are you trying to achieve that success if it's going to feel exactly the same as failure or the step before success? So
give
it's just like
yourself a break, people.
you have to train yourself to feel that feeling. And I think it's a lot of I think it's probably, I've been reading a lot of manifestation, and it's just like you have to think as if and feel as if you already have that thing in order
You
to
have to
get
see
that
yourself
thing.
on point.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to visualize that before you're able to achieve it. And not celebrating your success, that is it's gonna feel the same. And then you don't get more from that. It doesn't become like a sense of momentum or a snowball effect. I try, and even after a very small thing as a good reading with a new client, I say, thank you, universe, more please,
Yep.
every
Thank you,
single
integration
time.
Exactly.
monkey.
Yes. Exactly. Thank you. More, please is so good. It can be done for anything too, any of the small joys.
Mhm.
Sometimes at the end of the day, or even right after things, I will offer the experience, both good and bad, up to the gods or to our allies or spirit guides, or the non forms that we can't see with our own human eyes. I'll say, please, more, take this experience, live it vicariously through me. That way you know what it's like to be mortal again, or for the first time.
Ooh, it's a
Very
very
crafted.
that's have we ever gone that woo before in an episode?
I don't
I
think
don't
we've
think
gotten
For
that
so,
deep,
but I
deep
like
before.
it. I like
that's
it.
I'm
what
holding my
that's what
breath.
I've started to do is, like, my heart is shattered, please take this experience, and transform it, or
Alchemize it,
yeah,
transform it, make it
yep,
something
or
different and new, or whatever fodder or fuel or manure or fertilizer this is going to be. Like,
I
take it.
like the fertilizer. Yeah, take it, see, understand me and where I'm at. And, when I say, please bring me more, please bring, literally bring me more of, what I'm asking for.
Right, right.
Yep.
Because the
Thank you.
universe,
Breathe some more, please. It's
the
magic.
universe the universe hates a vacuum. So we have to, like, not only when we're saying take it away, we're also saying please fill it with something that I want. Because
Exactly.
otherwise, if you're not specific or intentional about it, it'll fill it with things that you don't want.
Like
So
sad naps.
Like sad naps. Yes. Way to
Yeah,
bring it
yeah.
back.
I can sad nap like a motherfucker. I can just be like, today is awful. Good night. I hate all of
Yeah.
you. And it's like 1:20 in the afternoon. And I'm like, fuck you, being awake. And I'm
I'm
out.
done.
And I'll
Yeah.
sleep until Joe gets home. And then I'll be fine.
You know what? I haven't had any sad naps for a very long time, even though I am incredibly, my emotions are a roller coaster right now. And I call that a small win for me just
There you
because,
go. Thank you. I'm
Yeah.
grateful. More, please.
yep, I'm grateful for, yep, more please.
There you
Thank
go.
you. Thank you. I'm grateful. More please. I went for a run. Thank you. I'm grateful. More please. I just sent out my newsletter for the first time in months. Thank you.
Thank you. I am
Grateful. Thank
grateful.
you. I'm
More,
grateful.
please. I've gone on point and I've been working for this for so long and I deserve to celebrate myself for it.
Hella.
Amen and blessed be.
Damn.
So
I
note
think
that
that's the
shit.
homework. I
So
think that's the
most of it.
homework.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I wrote down.
What do you
So
need
this
to,
is,
what do you need to pat yourself on the back for? What do you need to celebrate?
yep.
So
I
that you
pretty
know
much-
that it's success.
Yeah.
You know, how
I
does
said-
it feel different?
I said, find the small moments in your life and really celebrate that action.
Mm.
Yes.
You know, waking up, getting out of bed, doing your bed linens, putting away the laundry, God damn it. Because I don't know
Yep.
why, but washing stuff is easy, but putting it away, God damn it, is
Yeah.
like, especially in the same day. That's the tricky part.
So celebrate your wins because they're important. And I think they're more important during times of trouble than they are during peaceful, happy times because God damn it, we need this.
Yeah.
We need
Yes.
it.
Amber's saying
focus.
in the chat, recognize your accomplishments. Yeah, absolutely.
Word.
Word.
And more, please. And more, please.
I think there's another element to the Six of Wands about like if you can't feel that for yourself, like borrow the belief from somebody else because we're cheering you
Yeah.
on. Like if
Yeah.
you don't have anyone in your life that you think is like your biggest fan or is cheering you on, like we're
We
your
are.
biggest fan. We're cheering you
Yeah.
on.
We think that you're great.
Borrow the belief from somebody else until you can believe it for yourself.
Exactly.
Perfect.
And well, then we'll see you guys. Oh, and we're not recording next week because two of us have other things going on at this particular time. So we will see
And I'm
you
just going to sit here, I guess. That's fine.
we'll teach Melissa how to push.
Yeah, since you're the talent, it's just like I can't do that. So I'll
This is
be off and feruling.
This could
that's
be
another
funny.
thing too.
This could be funny. Where next week I just send Melissa a link. She goes live and she just sits there for an entire hour doing nothing, saying nothing, just nodding occasionally, shrugging, looking around.
Reading a book. Everything's fine.
Reading a book, looking at her fake watch, or something, texting. But yeah, so no show on January 30th. Hilary was going to say something awesome, so go for it, Hill.
Yeah, just a reminder that we feral. I mean, I'm gonna ask Melissa live on the episode. No pressure or anything. Are we feraling today over on Instagram?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's just a reminder to follow us and subscribe on YouTube, Cardslingers CC, youtube.com/@Cardslingers CC. That's where to find us. Chris, it's just Crystal just commented. We could all jump in and keep her company. See?
Yeah.
See, there we go.
And
There
if
we
I
go.
knew how to work any of this shit technologically, I would say that's a great idea. But I
but I cannot.
Yeah.
But
so
I shouldn't
next
come
week,
on
but
in,
then we're
I'm
gonna
afraid.
move on. I think we're moving on to the cups the next time we're all together. If I remember,
I think
we
it's
set this all right.
I think
it
it's
was
Six of Cups
wands,
next.
That'd be nice.
Wands, cups, swords, and then pentacles, as we like to call it.
I think we always end with the pentacles. Nice and grounding element. So
Exactly.
yeah, make sure you subscribe, you click the bell, do all the things
like,
for
subscribe.
YouTube. Yeah. And then on Instagram, Melissa and I are gonna go live. I believe it's 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 12:34.
Yep, 12:34.
Central.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Can't do it anymore.
So Melissa Sonova all squished together on Instagram, and Tarot by Hilary with 1L also on Instagram. Look for us when we go live. She usually goes live first and then pulls me in, and hopefully I'll see and hear you this time around.
That would be great.
That would be awesome.
Oh,
Technology's
boy.
our friend. Yay. But yeah,
Technology
make
is
sure to,
friend.
make sure to do that. So we can feral with y'all. We'll do readings. We'll, shoot the shit. It's fun. And then later
It's
on is my
fun.
live stream. So also on YouTube.
Yep.
You know
And
where to
Alrighty,
then
find
everybody.
us.
after the live, I'm going to be writing 320 more words and then seeing if I can go over that.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
I guess
All
my
right.
And
goal is
then
I'm going to try and apply to
celebrate.
2 more jobs.
There you go.
And then celebrate.
And then I'm going
That's
to
the
celebrate
homework.
having written those words.
Heck yeah.
Yes.
By
That's what
God.
we do here.
We celebrate
Alrighty.
our little shit.